away to someone shivering in the cold. A story older than gold. They tell us money makes the engine run, power gets the whole thing done. But I saw something different that day, something that don't fit the usual way. What if we've been looking at it wrong? What if love's been here all along? Not a weakness, not a game, just the only thing that stays the same. Not money, not power, not hate, no, no, that's not what makes it great. We make the world go round with love. We make the world go round with love. When nothing else is standing tall, love is the one that catches the fall. We make the world go round with love. With love. My grandmother told me when I was young, boy, the greatest thing you'll ever become is someone who knows how to give. That's the only way to live. I've seen friendships break over nothing at all. I've seen lovers build and then let it fall. But the ones that last, the ones that stay, are the ones who choose love every day. What if we've been looking at it wrong? What if love's been here all along? Not a weakness, not a game, just the only thing that stays the same. Not money, not power, not hate. Not money, not It's in the hand that holds another hand, in the stranger who tries to understand, in the parent who stays up all night, the friend who shows up to the fight. Not dice, not tight, not time, not fame, just a simple act of calling a name, saying I see you, I'm here. That's the thing that makes it clear. That's the thing. That's the thing. Love makes everything. That's not what makes it great. We make the world go round with love. We make the world go round with love. I woke up early, the sun was still low. Boiled some water, watched the steam rise slow. You were still sleeping, I didn't make a sound. Sometimes the quiet is where magic is found. I chopped some garlic, let it hit the pan. Sizzle sang a song I barely understand. You walked in rubbing your eyes, asked what's for today. I said nothing special, just the ordinary way. They say life is made of big moments, fireworks and grand announcements, but I've been learning something new. The magic's in the simple things we do. Ordinary magic in the coffee that we share. Ordinary magic in the way you brush your hair. Not a symphony, just a melody, but it's enough for me. Ordinary magic every day, can't you see? We walked to the market, bought some greens and tea. You picked out flowers that reminded you of me. Said they're not fancy, just wild and free. I laughed and said that sounds exactly like me. Later we sat on the fire escape stairs, watched the city buzz without any cares. You leaned on my shoulder, didn't say a word, but I heard everything that wasn't heard. They say life is made of big moments, fireworks and grand announcements, but I've been learning something. I tell them, notice when the raindrops fall, notice when the sun hits your face. That's the magic, that's the grace, that's the place. Ordinary magic in the way we say goodnight. Ordinary magic in the stars we see at night. Not a symphony, just a melody, but it's enough for me. Ordinary magic 1,000 pictures. Can't get the color right, I write 100 poems. Can't find the words to write, she walks in the room and suddenly I forget every line I rehearsed, every note I had said. She's the kind of beautiful that poets go crazy for, the kind that makes you question what you were made for. I'm standing in the corner trying to play it cool, but my heart's doing flips like a swimming pool. Is she a witch? Did she cast a spell? Cause every time she smiles my mind goes to hell. In the best way, in the worst way, I don't know what to say. She's too beautiful to look at. I gotta look away before I fall too fast. Too beautiful to look at. She's a masterpiece I can understand. Every time I try to catch my breath, she does a thing and I forget the rest. Too beautiful to look at, but I can't stop looking anyway. I asked my boys for advice, they said just be yourself. But being myself means I can't think of nothing else. Her name's stuck in my head like a song on repeat, the kind of song you dance to when you're on the street. She walked past me yesterday, didn't even see me, I was standing right there. She walked right through me, but that's the thing with goddesses, they don't see the ground. They're too busy being whatever they found. Is she real? Is she a dream? Cause nothing in my life has been this clean. In the best way, in the worst way, I'm ready to say she's too beautiful to look at. I gotta look away before I fall too fast. Too beautiful to look at. She's a masterpiece I can understand. Every time I try to catch my breath, she does the thing and I forget the rest. Too beautiful to look at. I've been trying to play it safe, keep my distance, but she caught me staring. Now I'm in a different existence. She smiled and asked, why you looking away? I said, too beautiful, I got nothing to say. She laughed, said that's the lamest line I've ever heard, but she said it with a smile, didn't say a word. So maybe I'm not crazy, maybe I'm just lucky to be standing here with someone so out of my league, but right next to me. Too beautiful to race pain. Just on the back, too beautiful to look at. Too beautiful to look at, and I'm okay with that. I'm the canvas she's painting on, the song she's been waiting to sing along. Too beautiful to look at, but I'm never looking away again. Never looking away. Too beautiful, but she's mine today. Too beautiful to look at, but I'm looking anyway. She only calls me after midnight, when the city is asleep and the lights are low. She says don't ask where I've been, but her lipstick smudged. I already know I met her at a party. She was with somebody, said his name but I forgot it already. She passed me a number in a napkin note. Text me when you're lonely, that's all she wrote. I try to piece together the timeline, but every answer just raises more questions. She says don't worry about it, it's fine, but finds a word for people who don't pay attention. Don't ask, it's complicated. The less you know, the safer you stay. Don't ask, I told you don't ask. Some questions don't need answers anyway. She got a ring, but she swear she's not gonna share it. So I stop asking. Don't ask, it's complicated. I got a rule, don't check her phone. Don't ask who's calling when she's not alone. I got a key, but it only works when the door's unlocked and I know my worth. She left a jacket at my place last week. I found a receipt, a name I didn't need to read. I put it back in the pocket, folded it in need. Some doors are better left closed on the street. I know if she'd tell me the truth, but the truth would break the illusion. So I let her stay in the booth while I'm playing my part in this fusion. Don't ask, it's complicated. The less you know, the safer you stay. Don't ask, I told you don't ask. Some questions don't need answers anyway. She got a ring, but she never wears it. A story she swears she's not gonna share it. So I stop asking. Don't ask, it's complicated. They say ignorance is bliss, I'm the blissful type. I don't wanna know what she does in the night. Cause once I know, I gotta decide to stay or to leave, to run or to hide. But I like the mystery, I like the game, I like the thrill of not knowing her name. She's a riddle wrapped in a midnight call, and I'm okay with not knowing it all. I'm okay with not knowing it all. Ooh, don't ask, it's complicated. I've learned to love when I know it. Don't ask, I told you don't ask. Some loves are better left growing in the dark, where the answers don't reach, where the lines and blend the edges breathe. Stop asking. Don't ask, it's complicated. She only calls after midnight. Don't ask, don't ask. Don't ask, don't ask, don't ask. Yeah, yeah. I wrote another song with a heavy bass. Thought maybe this time she'd finally see my face. But she's playing some piano ballad on repeat. Some guy with a guitar singing about defeat. I'm in the studio cooking up something new, trying to find the right flow, the right words to move. A heart that only beats to 4 chords and a hook. I'm like a poet, she never even took a look. Every time I drop a track, she hits skip. I guess my R&B just ain't her trip. She wants a love song that makes her cry, but I'm out here asking why. I'm losing to the ballad again. She chose a slow jam over my rhythm. I'm spitting fire, but she wants violin. So I'm losing to the ballad again. Yeah, I'm losing to the ballad again. Maybe I should write a song with no beat, just me and a piano on the street. But that's not me, that's not me. I try to write a love song the old school way. 3 chords, 1 key, nothing left to say. But my fingers keep finding the syncopation. My tongue keeps tripping on the conversation. My producers told me, just keep it simple, man. But simple's not a language that I understand. I'm trying to build a world inside a 808. She just wants someone who can serenade. Maybe if I wrote about the rain, a whisper sweet, nothing's in a slower lane. But my city's too loud for that kind of quiet. My heart beats too fast for a lullaby. losing to the ballad again. I'm losing to the ballad again. They tell me, Jay, why you gotta be so extra? Just sing her a simple song, make her feel special. But I'd rather lose being who I am than win being somebody else's plan. I'm not Eric, not Khaled, not the guy next door. I'm the one she never asked for, but maybe needs more. Cause ballads tell you how to cry. I tell you why. Why you still here when love runs dry? Why you stay? Why you lie? Why you try? I'm losing to the ballad again, but maybe losing means I'm winning in the end. She'll find a slow jam of violin, but I'm done pretending. I'm losing to the ballad, but I'm writing my own ballet my way, my way, my way. Losing to the ballet, my way, losing to the ballet. They say if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. But I'd rather lose. Burn so bright, I thought we'd never fade. But every fire has its final day. Now all that's left is smoke in my lungs, and the memory of a flame. I tried to fan the embers back to life, blew on the coals until I had no breath. But some fires die despite your best attempts, and loving you was a beautiful death. I'm standing in the ashes of us, still feeling the heat that I can't trust. Ash and ember, I'm caught between the warmth of what we were and the cold of what's been. Ash and ember, I hold the dust of a love that burned too bright and left me with a crush. Sometimes I reach my hand into the pile, hoping to find a spark that survives. But all I get is soot upon my skin, and the ache of knowing love can't revive. I keep the ashes in a jar by my bed, a shrine of everything we said. But every night I open it to see if maybe there's still a part of you in me. I'm standing in the ashes of us, still feeling the heat that I can't trust. Ash and ember, thought if I held on to the remains flames, but ashes don't remember fire. They only know what they require. To be scattered, to be free, to stop pretending there's still me. I've been holding on to what is dead, while I'm still living in its stead. In its stead. But it won't be with the ashes of my heart. Ash and ember, letting go. New fire, new heart. Ash and ember, letting go. New fire, new heart. Ash and ember, letting go. New fire, new heart. Ooh. If I could turn back time like a cassette, I'd find the moment we first met and press stop before it began. Save us from the way we end. I'd rewind every fight, every word I said wrong, edit the silence in a song. But the tape is stuck, the button's broke, and I'm just holding on to smoke. I keep pressing rewind, hoping the ending will unwind. I wanna rewind to the start, before we fell apart. Back to the first time you smiled at me, back when you still believed. I wanna rewind to the start, erase the damage, heal the scars, but the machine won't let me through. So I'm stuck here with the truth. I memorized the track list of our days, every high, every low, every phase. I play them back to find where I lost you, but the answers never knew. I thought if I could understand the plot, I could rewrite it on the spot. But love's not a story I control. It's a chapter that's already closed. I keep pressing rewind, but the ending's the same every time. I wanna rewind to the start. Maybe rewinding is just another way you spoke, the words that ended us, but they didn't disappear. They've been living in my chest, reverberating year after year. Every silence that you left behind fills the space where you used to be. I open my mouth to say goodbye, but only your voice comes back to me. The louder I try to forget, the louder you echo in my head. There's an echo in my chest, every word you ever said. I'm shouting in an empty room, but the only sound is you. Echo in my chest, it won't let me rest. I've tried to fill the space with noise, but you're the only voice I hear. I moved the furniture, changed the lock, started for change the scenery. The echo might finally stop, but it follows me. And I even drove to places we'd never been, trying to outrun where you've been. But the echo doesn't need a place, it lives inside, it knows my face. The louder I try to forget, the louder you echo in my head. There's an echo in my trying to drown it out, just letting it be. Maybe one day it will fade like a song that plays too long. But for now I'll carry it and pretend I'm not this wrong, not this wrong, not this wrong. There's an echo in my chest, but I'm learning to let it rest. Not as a wound, but as a scar, a reminder of who we are. Echo in my chest, I'll carry it, I'll confess. You're the voice I can't unhear, but maybe that's why you're still here. Echo. There was no trial, there was no case, just the silence that took your place. No witness call, no evidence, shown. Just the cold realization that I'm alone. You were the judge before I could speak. You wrote the verdict in silence bleak. No appeal, no second chance, just the ghost of our last glance. I keep looking for the reason why, the moment that love began to die. But you left no evidence behind, just the absence in my mind. Unspoken verdict, no words were heard. You closed the case without a word. Unspoken verdict, I'm serving time for a crime that wasn't mine. You walked away without a sound and left me guilty as charged. Unspoken verdict, my broken heart. I try to reconstruct the scene, find where I lost you in between the conversations, the quiet nights. When did I fall out of your sight? Maybe there was nothing I could do. The verdict was decided before I knew. You weighed the evidence in your own mind and left the rest of me behind. I keep looking for the reason why, but some doors close without a why. You left no evidence behind, just the absence in my mind. Unspoken verdict, never got to say my piece, never got to ask for peace. You closed the case without a word, and now I'm left with what I heard or didn't hear. That's the worst part, the silence that became the art of ending something without end, of losing you without the bend, without the end, without the end. Unspoken verdict, I'm speaking now. I'm giving myself the words you never allowed. Unspoken verdict, I'm closing the case. I'm free of it now. No verdict needed. I'm enough. I'm enough. I see the blue ticks, I see you seen, but the words I sent are hanging in between. Not delivered, not returned, just the silence that burns. You used to text me every morning light. Now I'm just waiting through the night for a reply that never comes, for a love that's already done. You didn't block me, didn't say goodbye. You just left me hanging in the sky. No ending, no fight, just disappearing in plain sight. Left on red, that's where you left me instead of a word, of a fight, of a goodbye. You just let me wait until I die. Left on red, the cruelest thing you ever said was nothing at all, nothing at all. You just let me fall. I write and delete 100 times, trying to find the perfect lines, the ones that might make you respond. But I'm already gone in your mind. Remember when we talked until the dawn? Now I'm just a notification you've ignored. I see you're online, I see you're there, but you're acting like I'm not here. You didn't block me, didn't say goodbye. You just left me hanging in the sky. No ending, no fight, just disappearing in plain sight. Left on red. Keep checking for a sign that maybe you'll change your mind, but every refresh shows the same. A silence that knows my name. The conversation isn't over until both sides decide to end. But you left me in the waiting room with a message I can't send, I can't send. I can't send. Left on red, I'm closing the thread instead, waiting for a word that won't arrive. I'm learning how to be alive without the blue ticks, without the wait, without the hope that comes too late. Left on red, I'm putting down what you left unsaid. Left on red. Ooh, left on red. Ooh, left on red. I'm done with what you left unsaid. Oh, left on red. I did it. Left on red. Ooh, left on red. Left on red. Closing the thread. I keep replaying where it started to fade. Was it the silence or the words I didn't say? You didn't leave with a slam or a fight. You just drifted into the night. I check my phone like I'm waiting for a sign, a message that says you're still mine. But the screen stays dark, the line stays there, just the echo of what you said. The more I pull, the less I breathe. The more I hold, the more I bleed. I tell myself to let it go, but my hands won't listen anymore. Every time I try to break free, tighten the knot inside of me. The more I fight, the more I stay tangled in yesterday. I tighten the knot, I tighten the knot. You left a loop I can't undo, and every step pulls me back to you. I used to think that time would heal the wound, but time just taught me how to live in this room, where every corner holds a ghost of you, and I'm the only one who's still confused. They tell me closure is a choice I make, but how do I close what I can't even break? You didn't say goodbye, you just disappeared. Now I'm stuck here with the fear. Yeah, the more I pull, the less I breathe. The more I hold, the more I bleed. I tell myself to let it go, but my hands won't listen anymore. Every time I try to break free, I tighten the knot inside of me. The more I fight, the more I stay tangled in yesterday. I tighten the knot, I tighten the knot. You left a loop I can't undo, and every step pulls me back to you. I know you're not coming back. I know the line is dead, but knowing and believing are two different threads, and I keep weaving them together, hoping they might form a way back to the place before the sun.